What's going on, Shady people? ShadyPenguinn here, trying to bring you a live Pokemon X and Y Wi-Fi battle. I say trying because I just had a DC. Not sure if I uploaded it, but if I did, I'm sorry. If you can, before we get started, leave a like rating on this video because you like it. And if you don't like it at the end, you can unlike your like. You see, I like that. Really quick, I'm going to go over my team. I'm using the same team that I was just using. Clefable, Mandibuzz, my big boy Jim. Every time I have a nickname, I can't remember. Metagross, Lucario, Tyranitar, and Noivern. Clefable sets up. We're playing KingZant. His Twitter link will be in the description below. We're playing KingZant, and my Lucario can set up, and my Clefable can set up. Let's see what he's bringing. He's bringing Kangaskhan, Honchkrow, Garchomp, Rotom, Lucario, and Gliscor. Gliscor is not holding an item, so he probably knows Acrobatics. That's interesting. All right, so let's take a picture so we remember. But I think we're actually going to have a decent battle here. Now I'm pumped. I'm ready. I'm excited. I gotta focus. Gotta focus. Gotta do as good as I was doing while that DC happened, even though it was still a pretty close game during that DC. So I think I'm going to lead off with my Tyranitar, hoping that he doesn't actually lead off with his Rotom, because I would like to get Stealth Rocks up. He doesn't have a spinner, and his Honchkrow will not appreciate Stealth Rocks. And honestly, as soon as I see one Pokemon that won't appreciate them, I want them up. I'm greedy like that. I want them to get their free damage. All right, so let's see. KingZant, 6v6 versus Shady challenging me. Let's go. I'm pumped. Hope you guys are pumped too. Make sure at the end of this video you leave a comment down below letting me know your favorite Pokemon from this match. You never know. Those comments could end up meaning something when I do a giveaway. I might choose random people from those comments. Ooh, that's a great idea. I like that. So you should always leave a comment with your favorite Pokemon on the battle. Let's see. He actually opened up with Lucario. That really puts me in a really bad spot. Like a really, really, really bad spot. 'Cause I'll die from a close combat. But he also might be able to set up right now. This is interesting. This is very interesting. I think I'm going to go into my Mandibuzz. I'm going to go into Mandibuzz because I take any fighting move neutral. Like it only does neutral damage. I don't resist it, nor is it super effective. And my Clefable can't take... Oh, he goes for an Aura Sphere. Wow, he's a special Lucario. All right, I like that. A lot of people don't take advantage of the fact that Lucario has the ability to be a special attacker. I'm actually going to go for the taunt, just in case he decides to Calm Mind. In case he's a Calm Mind set, I don't know. He might just be a Choice Scarf set. I really don't know yet. Only turn 2 of the battle. I can't know everything. I've hatched 1,011 eggs. His Lucario's nickname is Luca. Luca. I like that. All right, so I'm taunting his Honchkrow, which is probably a good thing. It's Japanese Honchkrow or some other language. And he's going to get buffeted by the Sandstorm. There's no reason for me to stay in here. I'm actually going to go back out into Tyranitar so that I can get my rocks up. Because he's not going to be able to do anything anyway. He's not going to be able to set up. I don't know if that's what Honchkrow does. So, I'm not really sure. Let's see how this T-Tar switch goes. Looking at his team, let's see what else. He might actually go back into Lucario, predicting me to switch into T-Tar. But I'm switching out first. And I'm going to my Tyranitar right now. And let's see what he goes for. I'm interested. Let me see what he does. He goes for Night Slash. So that is a good switch on my part. I'm going to be able to get my rocks up. I'm not going to go for the Stone Edge because he's probably just going to switch out. I could predict him to switch into Lucario, but he has 3 things that levitate. So going for an Earthquake right now is just not worth it. It's just not worth it at all. So let's just go for the safe Stealth Rock. And it's very important when you're battling to constantly be looking at your opponent's team. I find it's useful to take a picture. I've said it before, but I find it's useful to take a picture and have it kind of like just in front of me. I'm holding my phone right now in front of me as I'm battling him. He goes into Rotom. So if I were to have gone for an Earthquake, I would have been fine. And you know what? Seeing that he had his Honchkrow out, I might have gone for an Earthquake just predicting Lucario because those are the only 2 Pokemon I've seen. But because I have the visual of his team in front of me, I say, oh, you know what? He has 3 Pokemon that don't get affected by Earthquake. I can't go for that just yet. So now, with his Rotom being out, I cannot stay in. No, I cannot. The only thing I can do is go into my special wall, which would be my Clefable. And even if it wants to burn me, that's fine because my Clefable does carry Aromatherapy. Because Aromatherapy is a beautiful, beautiful move. He goes for T-Wave. So you know what? That's a little less appreciated than if you went for Will-O-Wisp, because now I might not even be able to get Aromatherapy off. But I'm gonna go for it right now anyway because he's probably gonna go for a Volt Switch here. Unless he's a choice set, Otherwise, if he doesn't go for Volt Switch, then he's definitely choiced. Because there's no reason for him not to. Then again, I've never seen a choice. Well, he could be T-Wave, Trick, Hydro Pump, Volt Switch. Okay, he's withdrawing, so he's definitely choiced. Probably Scarf. He's definitely choice Scarf. I would say he's choice Scarf. He's going into Luca, which I'm okay with because he's a special attacker. My aromatherapy did go off. I did not get fully paralyzed, so that's fantastic. And even if he wants to go for Calm Minds, guess what? I'm going to go. Oh, wait, he's going to have a Steel-type move, though. I cannot stay in. I cannot stay in. Let's actually switch out into... could I go into Mandibuzz? Or should I go into Big Boy Gym? I'm going to go into Big Boy Gym. Because I can. Just because I can. He's probably going to go for a Steel-type move. And I'm going to be able to take that no problem. Big Boy Gym, my shiny Metagross. He goes for close combat. Okay, he out-predicted me just a little bit. But I can still take that just fine because I am a Metagross. And now looking at his team, trying to think what I should do. He's probably... I kind of just want to go for a Power Up Punch. Because he might try to stay. He might be that guy and try to stay in. This is a mixed Lucario after all. He could go for special. He could go for Aura Sphere now. He really could. So I really can't stay in. I'm gonna have to go into Mandibuzz, which is what I should have done anyway. So that was such a waste of a switch. Let's see if he switches out though, because he might be. What if he's choiced in some way? But that would make no sense. He can't be choiced. He's mixed. You don't choice something that's mixed. So I'm switching out. Hoping that he did stick with the Aura Sphere, like I had thought he would. He goes for close combat. All right, so maybe he is choiced in some way, because there would be no other reason to go for another close combat. He's gonna get hurt by the Rocky Helmet, so that's nice. I want to go for Roost, but I'm gonna go for Roost, hoping he's probably gonna outspeed me. I mean, I want him to outspeed me, because I'll live the close combat if he does, and if he doesn't, then I'm gonna die because I'm gonna lose my flying type on the Roost usage, and then I'm only gonna be dark type, and then I'm just gonna cry when a close combat hits my bone on my head. Look at that bow. That bow is a bone holding her hair back. That's fantastic. He's just thinking about his move. I went for the Roost. I should have taken a little more time to think, but he goes for another close combat. I should live this just fine. I live with 3. I guess that's not just fine, but I'm not gonna fight it. He has basically no defense or special defense right now. So part of me wants to just go for something else. But I know the smart play is to keep roosting, because he's taking Rocky Helmet damage. So that is the smart play. He's going to go for another close combat. I guess he's just fishing for crits, because now I'm at 9 and that was a crit. Oh my goodness. Was the first one a crit too? Oh no, crits got, that's right. Crits got, what do you call it? Not buffed. The opposite of buffed. They got nerfed this generation. So that's why that did more. But you know what? I'm still okay with this tactic. I mean, now that I know that I can live a crit at this range right here, I'm fine with him taking himself out close combat. I'm surprised he's still going for close combat here. Because now that you see that, I could probably go for a foul play right now and it's going to kill him, even though he resists it. Once again, there's really no reason to do that, because Roost is the better move. Then I don't have a stall war here. I don't want to... Not that there's no way he's winning any kind of stall war. I'm high enough now where I'd be comfortable going for a foul play to take him out. To get this game moving along, I can do that. I can do that for you guys. Or I can go into my Clefable, because don't fairies resist fighting type moves now? I say now as if fairies have been around for years. For years. They definitely do. I'm actually probably going to switch out. No. No. Don't be stupid, Jonathan. Don't be a stupid head. We're just going to go for another Roost. He has no moves left. He used Struggle, so he's choiced. He's a mixed choice something, so I guess he's choice Scarfed. He's going to get hurt by Rocky Helmet, and he's going to get hurt by Struggle. So down goes his Lucario. Never seen a Struggle before, so I guess this might not be the most competitive battles? I don't know, but I like battling my subscribers, and if you want to have a chance to battle me, make sure you look in the description down below, and you follow me on Twitter, because that's where I always ask for battles, nonstop. Now knowing what type of player my opponent is, I have a little more lenience. I'm actually going to go for a Toxic here, just because I want to get some residual damage off on this Rotom-Wash. because they can be a pain. I know that I'm risking an electric type move. He's going to go for T-Wave. Once again, I'm fine with that because I carry Aromatherapy. So that's not a big deal. I'm actually going to be able to go out into Clefable now to get my Aromatherapy off. And he's probably going to have to switch out too. So I think we're going to try to pull off a Clefable sweep. That's what I would like to do right now, is be able to get my Clefable up to like +2 Calm Minds and then go for a Stored Power. And that would be a lot of fun. So I'm not even going to go for the Aromatherapy off the bat if he doesn't go for another T-Wave. If he goes for another T-Wave, then I will. But he went for Shockwave. So Shockwave is a move. It is available in Pokemon to use. Not many people use it, but it is available to use. So he's going to get his Lefty's Recovery, and then he's going to experience some toxic damage. Like I said, I like to battle my subscribers, and that is why I'm having this battle. I needed a battle. I tweeted. He said, hey, I want to battle you. I said, okay. I'm not going to deny anyone their battle. Not when they ask me. So I went for a Calm Mind. Let's see what he's going to go for. I am losing all sense of feeling in my throat because this is like the 3rd video I've recorded in a row. The first one was successful. By successful, I mean it went on YouTube. I didn't win that one, but it was successful. Second one was a DC that I have like 12 minutes of. I probably didn't upload it at this point, considering I'm going to have this video. So I probably didn't upload that. If you do want to see that DC, it's only 12 minutes long. But it's not a full battle, so I don't think anyone wants to see it. It gets to like I have 4 Pokemon left, my opponent has 3, and I have Mega Lucario in trying to set up. So I guess it's not that interesting to watch. I'm going to be able to go for another Calm Mind because he's going to go for a Sky Uppercut. Alright, like I said, I battle subscribers. And unfortunately, because I'm running out of time today, I can't try to record another video and get a super competitive battle for you guys. So I apologize for that. But if you want to stick around, I think there's going to be a Clefable sweep right now. Not it's going to be anything crazy, but I'm probably going to go for a Clefable sweep. So he's going to go for Acrobatics, Stab, ×2. That's going to do a really good amount. I just wasted my Clefable. So much for that Clefable sweep. I love the way my foot tastes in my mouth. It's fantastic. Should have went for Stored Power right there. At this point, it's almost not worth just throwing away my Clefable, because I would like to unparalyze my Mandibuzz. So I'm going to go out into T-Tar just to take the Acrobatics, because T-Tar is ×4 resistant to Acrobatics. Got the Sandstorm up. Not that it really matters because we're both immune to the Sandstorm right now. That's not going to be very effective. I can go for a Crunch. Do I have Stealth Rock up on his side of the field yet? I think I do. I'm pretty sure I do. I'm not really entirely sure at this point. I'm going to Crunch. See how much it does. Oh yeah, Sky Uppercut, but I avoid the attack, thankfully. My T-Tar went down to a Sky Uppercut. I'd be pretty sad. Crunch is going to do a solid amount. Now the question is, do I really want to risk another Sky Uppercut? And I really don't. I really do not. So I think I'm actually going to go into my Noivern. I'm going to go into my Noivern, because I think he's going to go for a Sky Uppercut, and my Noivern can outspeed everything and anything that it wants to outspeed. This is actually not a bad battle. Despite some moves being not super competitive, it's not a bad battle. It's forcing me with this Gliscor, just that this weird move set is forcing me to have to do things. And he still has a bunch of Pokemon I haven't seen. I haven't seen the whole left side of his team. Here I think I'm just going to go for Dragon Pulse. He has nothing. He has no fairies on his team, so Dragon Pulse will hit everything, which is a good time. But he's probably going to switch out. And what would he switch out into? Maybe his Rotom? I don't know. He didn't switch out. He stayed in. So his bat score is going to go down to a Dragon Pulse. So this is definitely turned into a good battle. I take back what I was saying, just because, you know, when you see uncompetitive Pokemon moves, you think all of a sudden, oh, it's going to be a bad battle. But it's really not bad. I'm enjoying myself. I'm excited. Let's see. He switches out into Rotom, which makes sense. His Rotom is Scarfed, so he could catch me with a move. But I think I'm just going to stick with Dragon Pulse. Then again, I really want my Noivern for his Garchomp, so I'm going to sacrifice my Clefable right now. Think that's the move I'm going to make, because Clefable is already down to 34 HP, and there's really no reason for me to try to save it. Plus, he went for T-Wave, so that's a thing, and I can go for Aromatherapy as he switches out because I still think that he's choiced. And the Sandstorm subsides, not that I would take any damage because I have Magic Guard. So I wish the Sandstorm didn't subside. He's going to take a little bit of toxic damage just to nullify his leftovers. And now he's going to switch out most likely. I'm going to go for an aromatherapy. Hopefully get it off. And he will probably switch into his Kangaskhan. Yeah, I would think he'd switch into Kangaskhan at this point. He's not going to go into Garchomp. He might go into Honchkrow. That's definitely a possibility. Because I can't do anything to his Honchkrow right now. I'm sure his Honchkrow would outspeed, unless he's nervous, he might think that I'll go straight away for the Moonblast, so he can't go into his Honchkrow. Unless he predicts me to go for, okay, his Rotom's not, it's, what do you call it? It's not Scarfed, I'll tell you that right now. But at least now that I know that, I can go into something else. I was wondering why he was using T-Wave and then switched right out like that. I thought he would go for Volt Switch. Maybe he just doesn't have, he probably just doesn't have the Volt Switch TM. So I think I want to go into my Noivern at this point. Not that I want it getting paralyzed, but I'm going to go into Noivern. I think that a Dragon Pulse would take Rotom out, especially considering I'm Specs. So let's go for a D-Pulse. Take this Rotom out. Hopefully, Rotom's pretty bulky. It can be pretty bulky sometimes, so I shouldn't be counting my chickens before the eggs are more than what they are. But Rotom goes down just fine. And Noibat is just Noibat. Noivern is just flapping his wings. I love the back of Noivern, like his little Ampharos hair. It's like a mini version, like how all the Megas have like that fur on them. He has that fur on his back. I like it a lot. He switches into his Honchkrow. I don't think his Honchkrows are really bulky. So, and I really want my Noivern for that Garchomp, especially now that Clefable's gone. So I think I'm going to have to switch out into T-Tar, just because T-Tar will get that Sandstorm up, and I'll resist anything this guy wants to do, because he'd probably want to go for a Dark-type move for Stab. He wouldn't want to go for Flying because I resist it, but the Sandstorm is going to come back, and he's going for a Sucker Punch. So that was an amazing thing to happen for me. Now his Rotom is gone, and his Gliscor is gone, so I could technically go for an Earthquake, predicting him to switch, but I'm just going to go for a Stone Edge, hoping that he stays in. He's taking so much from Stealth Rock anyway. Okay, he does switch out. He's probably going to go into his Garchomp at this point. No Giga Slash. He's going into Garchomp, ladies and gents. So this Stone Edge is not going to do much at all, and I'm probably going to get hurt with the Rough Skin. So I'm guessing his Garchomp is his Mega because it's called Giga Slash. It just sounds like a Mega to me. I'm going to go for an Earthquake because he's probably going to predict me to switch out, and he goes for D-Claw. So he's not predicting me to switch out. He just goes straight away for the D-Claw. Not that I have Clefable anymore anyway, so I wouldn't be able to nullify it. But T-Tar has such good attack that it doesn't matter. I'd rather just let him stay in and do what he's got to do instead of sending something else in to take damage. So let's go for another. Maybe I should just go for. I'm just going to go for a Crunch. A Crunch does more damage, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. I should have went for Crunch in the first place. But what are you going to do? He's using Earthquake now. Oh, he predicted me to switch out. The first time, that's why he went for D-Claw. But now I'm going down to an Earthquake, so that's just fine. I should have realized that that's what was happening. And he was predicting me to switch out, and that's why he went for a D-Claw. But now I'm going to be able to go into my Noivern and definitely outspeed this thing. He's probably going to switch out, but at this point, it doesn't matter. I think Noivern will take everything it needs to on with Specs D-Pulse. Because it'll still do a good amount to Kangaskhan. If he wants to switch his Kangaskhan in, it's going to do a good amount to his Kangaskhan. This has turned into a really good battle. Look at this. Look at this. I mean, I've had a really long day. That's probably why I lost my first battle. Oh, spoiler if you didn't watch it yet. But that's probably why I lost my first battle. I was misplaying so much. But I'm not making excuses. We all have bad days for battling. Except for Shofu. Just kidding. I'm sure Shofu has rough days too. Some people don't even like Shofu. I think he's a really good battler, but we're not here to talk about Shofu. We're here to watch this battle. He's got 2 Pokemon left. He's going into his Kangaskhan, which is his Mega. And who wouldn't want to use Mega Kangaskhan? It's obviously such an amazing poke. Now, I just don't know if he has the Fake Out or if he has something else. My Mandibuzz has Rocky Helmet, so I think I'm just going to go. I'm going to go right onto my Mandibuzz. I'm not even going to bother with anything else. There's no reason to. Rather just say, hey, Mandibuzz, take whatever this thing wants to do. If he wants to go for a Fake Out, if he wants to go for a Power Up Punch, let him take double damage from Rocky Helmet, because that's the thing that will do the most damage, most effectively. That's why I pretty much always carry Rocky Helmet now on every team. Just for Kangaskhan. Forcing me to use an item. He gets hurt by the Rocky Helmet, he's going to get another attack off, and he's going to get hurt by the Rocky Helmet again. Which I'm fine with. So at this point, I think I want to go for a top. Actually, I'm just gonna go for a Roost. I'm just gonna go for a Roost, hoping he goes. He really can't do anything to that. There's nothing he can do. He has to attack. I doubt he carries Swords Dance. If he carries Swords Dance, he might win right now. But he won't win because I carry Foul Play. See, that's why you gotta have counters to your counters to your counters. He went for Outrage. So that's gonna be interesting to see how much that does. It's not gonna do much. He's gonna take a lot of Rocky Helmet damage. And I'm gonna get my Roost off if I don't get fully paralyzed. So let's see what happens. I don't get fully paralyzed, I get my Roost off, so he's gonna die next turn because he's locked into Outrage. And I'm going to be able to just Roost off all that damage again. As long as, like I said, as long as I don't get fully paralyzed. This KingZant goes for Outrage again, which is interesting. I guess that's sort of viable if you don't want to run Earthquake. I mean, his Earthquake wouldn't be able to hit my Mandibuzz right now, so right now at least it's doing damage, but that's not really helping him because of the Rocky Helmet. But I guess it's up to your discretion. Outrage is kind of plausible, but it doesn't have many things that it targets, just dragons, so it is what it is. Teach its own, to each his own. I'm gonna get my Roost off. I don't get fully paralyzed again. No full paralyzation in this match whatsoever. And his last Pokemon comes out. It is Honchkrow. He is gonna take more damage from the Stealth Rocks. I'm just gonna try to get a Toxic off and leave Mandibuzz in here to die. I'm not sure what else he's gonna be able to do to me, to be honest. He's gonna go for a Wing Attack, which is gonna do nothing, and he's gonna suffer Rocky Helmet. I'm going to get the Toxic off, so he's going down next turn. This battle is coming to an end. I want to thank you guys so much for sticking it through this battle. I know this was a weird one, not super competitive, but not a bad battle at all. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you leave a like, rating, leave a comment down below letting me know who your favorite Pokemon was this match. And if you're not subscribed to my channel, you should definitely sub because I upload 2 Pokemon videos a day, sometimes even more. It depends. This week's kind of crazy because I have a lot of work. I'm working like 40 hours, which I don't do every single week. You guys didn't ask about my life. You just want to see some Pokemon stuff. Have yourselves a good day. But above all else, keep it shady.